Greetings, Israel and sojourners of Israel. My name is Brother Andrew, and today's date is January the 21st, 2022. I'm coming to the nation with this topic, a chosen people. Again, the topic is a chosen people. I'm sitting here with a document, and it's from the University Herald. And the date is March the 21st, 2017. The time is 12:18 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And it is by a gentleman called Chris Brandt, University Herald reporter. And the topic of this document is Harvard researcher say Africans are 100% purer humans than the rest. Again, Harvard researcher says Africans are 100% pure human than the rest. I'll read the rest of the document for our listening audience. A Harvard researcher has declared that Africans are the only race that has 100% human DNA, while the rest have Neanderthal DNA in them. While this seems controversial, another separate study alluded with the Harvard study. Dr. David Emil Rich, a geneticist professor at Harvard, and his colleagues analyzed the genetic variant of 846 non-African people, 175 who live in the sub-Sahara region of Africa, and a 50,000-year-old Neanderthal man. They found out that 9 genetic variants found in humans are associated with specific traits that can be found in Neanderthal. The same genetic variants are the same ones responsible for such diseases such as type 2 diabetes, Crohn's disease, lupus, optic disc size, and biliary cirrhosis. The Harvard researcher and his team also found that this Neanderthal DNA affects how creatine filament develop. As opposed to humans, Neanderthals have more creatine filament than humans, making their skin tougher. This allows them to survive in harsh, cold climates. That DNA was beneficial to the human survival in such climates. A separate study conducted by Dr. Benjamin Vernot and Dr. Joshua Aki from the University of Washington yield the same conclusion after the scientists analyzed genetic makeup of 286 East Asians and 379 Europeans. According to the duo, Neanderthal skin genes are present in Europeans and East Asians. On the other hand, the rest of the genes are not compatible with human genome, and they most probably became extinct. One area of the human genome where the Neanderthal DNA was absent is that which affects human language and speech. The Harvard researcher Dr. Rich said the goal of the study is to understand how DNA impacts the biological impact of how humans and Neanderthal flow. It will also show scientists what genes have been preserved and which ones that have been rejected through the process of natural selection. This document that I just read to you is a bombshell. This document that I just read to you is a bombshell. It proves a lot of the things that I was seeing in my video, that the Negroes are the chosen people. And this is the evidence that I have been looking for a very long time. This topic alone will show you that the Negroes are the only people to take the claim of the chosen people. God is pure, and he will not accept impurity. So the fact that the Negroes are the only pure humans, all others are mixed, which makes them hybrid, cannot take the pro status. So let me interject this. Before we go any further. First, let me say this for the record. There's not such a thing as Neanderthal or Denisovans. These are the locations where the fallen angels' bones were found in the Neander Valley. So again, there is not such a thing as Neanderthal nor Denisovans. This is the location where the bones of the fallen angels that was spoken of in Genesis 6 and Enoch 6 were found. So the so-called Neanderthal, which are the fallen angels, crossed the bloodline of humans and created that Nephilim spirit in the earth, that mixed hybrid spirit, which God is against. Again, the fallen angels cross the bloodline of human beings, come down to earth, and mix with the children of men. So yes, this further proves my assertion. This document further proves my assertion in my video, DNA and Scriptures, confirming that the Negroes are the chosen people. With what the Negroes have gone through in the past 400 years, shows that God is on their side. In the racist U.S. amended Constitution, it claimed that the Negroes are 3/5 of a human, 60% human. I wish those racist framers of the Constitution could have seen this Harvard study. Ignorance and hate will ultimately lead us where those framers of the Constitution are, in hell. Truth crushed to the ground will rise again. We cannot suppress the truth. We can only hide the truth for a short time. It will surface. It is truth. The chosen people must know that they're the chosen people of the Most High. Again, the chosen people must know that they are the chosen people of the Most High and must live a life to reflect their chosen status, so that no hybrid Gentile nation can ever steal their identity again. These hateful racists, so-called framers of the Constitution, did not see this Harvard study coming. Again, these hateful racists, these hateful so-called racists, the framers of the Constitution, did not see this Harvard document coming. Let's look at Genesis 29 and 31. Let us hear what it says. Genesis 29 and 31. 29 and 31, and it states, "And when the Lord saw that Leah was hated, he opened her womb, but Rachel was closed. And Leah conceived and bare a son, and she called his name Reuben. For she said, Surely the Lord hath looked upon my affliction, Now therefore my husband will love me. And she conceived again and bare a son. And she said, because that the Lord has heard that I was hated, he hath therefore given me this son. Also she called his name Simeon. You know, the Mosai knew, and he knows what the Negroes has been through, all the hate, all the lies that were told on the Negroes, and the Mosai purposely, just like he did Leah, he purposely make them pure and make all the others impure. So when we a lot of times when we start to do bad things, God will reverse them on us. This Harvard researcher is confirming the true status of the Negroes, the chosen people of God, according to Leviticus 19 and 19. And Leviticus 19 and 19 states that we cannot hibernate our fields, our clothing, nor our animals. No mixed genome nation can make this claim. God is pure, and his chosen people must be pure. 2 Samuel 22 and 27. With the pure, thou wilt show thyself pure, and with the forward, thou wilt show thyself unsavory. These so-called framers of the Constitution, they were the forward, and the Mosai made himself to them unsavory. So if the Gentile nations is to ever make it into God's kingdom, they must be pure like him. Again, if any Gentile nation is to ever make it into God's kingdom, they have to be pure like the Mosai. So how can this happen, Brother Andrew? Gentiles like our Sister Randy Brown, a sweet, precious sister, will receive a pure, glorious body, fitted for the Mosai's presence. Fitted for the Mosai's presence. So Gentiles must sojourn with the chosen people in order to make it into this glorious kingdom. There was once this white YouTuber, he's still on YouTube, and he had a dream. He had this dream that he went to heaven and all he saw was black people in heaven. And as he was telling this dream, you could see the sadness and the disturbance on his face about this dream. He said he approached the pearly gates, and all he saw back there was black people defending the kingdom from intruders. Defending the kingdom from intruders. But this young man's problem was he wanted to come in without his pure, glorious body. And he was rejected. The people this young man observed behind those gates, those pearly gates, was from every nation on the earth, on the heaven. But they was fitted with their pure, glorious body. And we all must be fitted with this pure, glorious body to make it into God's glorious kingdom. For hundreds of years, we was lied to, and we accepted those lies. Now the truth is rising again. All the liars, all the haters will be put to shame and everlasting contempt. Negroes, you are the chosen of the Most High, and you must act. And you must get your act together if you want to make it into this glorious kingdom. You must work just as hard as Gentiles, no exceptions. This is keeping the Most High's laws, statutes, and commandments, and living righteously. We cannot follow our enemies. We must live according to our Creator's plan. And the plan is only for the chosen people. if Gentiles wants to sojourn with the chosen people, they will be accepted by the Most High. According to Isaiah 56, they will have to keep the laws, statutes, and commandments just like the chosen people. They must know and remember their money cannot buy them into God's glorious kingdom. And thirdly, they must know that their glorious body will not be the same as their present body. Their glorious body will look like the Most High. Their body will go back to its original form. This is going to be the rules of the kingdom according to Genesis 6:1-2, and according to Enoch. Let's hear what Genesis 6:1-2 had to say. And it came to pass, when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them, the sons of God saw the daughters of men, that they were fair, and they took them wives of all which they chose. And they took them wives from all which they chose. Let's look at here. Let's see what Enoch has to say. Enoch 6:1. And it came to pass, when the children of men had multiplied, that in those days were born unto them beautiful and comely daughters. And the angels, the children of heaven, saw and lusted after them, and said one to another, Come, let us choose us wives from among the children of men, and begat children. And Semjazer was their leader. So this Semjazer was their leader, and said unto them, I fear ye will not indeed agree to do this, and I alone shall have to bear the penalty of this great sin. What Semjazer was saying, what Enoch was saying, that the children of heaven interbreed with the children of men and created this hybrid race of people that does not look like like God's original creation. And that is why the Most High is going to require the chosen and the elect to go back to that original form that he have created, because that some of the children of men had mingled with these fallen angels, and according to St. Giles, it was a great sin. Again, I thank you for this word. I thank you for listening to me. I trust and pray that the Most High will wake us up as Negroes, knowing that we are the chosen people, that we would live according to his word, live righteous, live a life that he will be pleased with, knowing that one day, if we continue on this path and live this life that pleases the Most High, we all will make it to this new kingdom. And all the hate and all the lies that were told on us, all the bad treatment, all the mistreatment, these people will stand before the Most High, because they abuse his chosen seed, and give an account for the wrong, the evil that they have done to us, the lies they have told on us, all our wealth and possession that they have taken from us. The Most High will punish them for that, and we will be rewarded if we stay on the right path and love the Most High, live righteous. We will make it on to this new kingdom, just like the wise Solomon said in his conclusion: fear God and keep his commandments, for it's the whole duty of man. I thank you. May the Most High bless, and you keep strong, keep sharp, and look for his Son's glorious return.